Hey guys, welcome to Sippin' and Spillin' with Sid from 3 Mississippi. As you can see, I have a giant pile of gravel behind me. It looks like it's not a big pile. Well, it kind of does. Okay, in the camera there, it didn't look like it, but it is. I promise, it's a big camera, or big camera. It's a big pile. I can't talk today. It's been a week. Anyway, lots happening this week. We've got a lot of gravel delivered. Spoiler alert for Friday's video. There's a lot of it's been spread, as you can maybe see behind me. And then we still have a few little mounds here and there that need sorted. But it's coming along. It's coming along, which is good because it's been a long time coming. Every time we thought we were getting the gravel delivery, it would rain or somebody would call in sick at the gravel department, and like it was just a constant thing. But now it's good. It's good. It's here. It's happening. So I will give you guys the tea on my back. I'm hurting right now. When I finish filming this, I'll be ready to go sit down because I just walked around and filmed a little bit. I'm actually wearing a back brace right now, which does help a little bit. So anyway, I did go to the doctor yesterday. They were able to squeeze me in, which was great. They were able to eliminate a few things that they thought potentially could be causing issues. And then they said, well, it's none of those things, so let's send you for x-rays. So I went and had some x-rays done. I got those results back this morning. I was really thinking that it was either bursitis or some kind of arthritis. But it's it's degenerative disc disease, apparently, and it's in a lot of my L's. When she told me this morning, it was just like, you know, L this, L that, L this, L that, L this, L that. I was like, oh, okay, dokie. But I can't remember what they all were because, you know, it was like the receptionist or the nurse or whatever regurgitating everything, and I wasn't ready to like take that information in. I was like outside when I answered the phone. So anyway, not the best news, but not like a death sentence or anything. I mean, there's always worse news. This particular flare-up of it has caused me a considerable amount of pain. You know, just a brief recap. I've dealt with back pain my whole life. I have a weird spine, shoulder, hip situation, and so I've always been very cognitive of cognitive? No, that's not the word I meant. I'll find it in a minute. Very purposeful, I'll say, of how, like, of my posture and how I stand and doing the right exercises and like doing all that stuff. And I've had so many issues kind of since we moved, and I'm sure it was kind of partially aggravated from the moving process of packing and loading and a lot of that stuff, which, you know, it happens. That I've just sort of kind of progressively had more and more like days where I'm like, man, I'm hurting, which, you know, whatever, right? Like I'm used to it, but the level of it in the last couple months has just been like turned up to 11. So that being said, and I don't like to like, you know, bore you guys with health stuff, but if you guys see me limping around in videos, if you see me maybe not doing certain physical things, that's why. It's been quite painful, and there's nothing I can take really for it. Like it's not like I can take arthritis meds for it or whatever. But I'm, you know, eliminating foods that cause inflammation. You know, I'm very well versed on a lot of that stuff just from my previous interests and background. And admittedly, previous to moving to Mississippi, I was really good about, you know, really, I mean, no dairy, no, you know, like certain things I was really like hardcore no on. But in the South, you know, a lot of those things are sort of staples in most places you go and meals. And so I kind of got a little lax on that. So I have to be really stringent about it again, about, you know, being very careful what I eat and helping to kind of rebuild this, you know, vitamin D, collagen. There's a few other things that I'll be incorporating that are going to help with keeping it from getting any worse and potentially helping it out of this slump that I'm in. They did give me some steroids to help with this initial meh, and he gave me a shot yesterday at the doctor to basically help with the pain initially. So, but yeah, that's what's going on with me right now. And they will be sending me for physical therapy, so I'll be able to learn like specific exercises for my lumbar issues, for my L's that are cranky, which will hopefully, help. I've always been real big on core strength exercises because I know that helps me keep my back from hurting because of the way my spine is crooked. But because of the way my spine is crooked, that's also why I'm now having this issue to the degree I'm having it at the age I'm having it. There was a bug in my ear, sorry. But that's life, right? Our bodies wear out and things happen, and say lovey, could be worse. It is what it is though. So, it's not gonna slow me down. It might slow me down for this little interim while I'm kind of figuring it out, and kind of getting it out of this pit. But it will improve. I'm positive mindset. I will get through this. I've conquered it before when I've had, obviously not this particular issue, but when I've had other back issues, and I will get it to the point where I can keep my pain level at a 3 to 4 and not have it be jumping to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we will get it back down. And I think that's part of the problem too, is like I guess I'm a high functioning like person when it comes to being in pain. I do hit my breaking point sometimes, like after I talked to the doctor and I was telling Mike, because he's like, so what'd they say? And I was like telling him, it was kind of just like all hitting me, and I did get a little teary eyed just because I'm like tired from hurting, if that makes sense. It just kind of wears you down. And then also maybe just some, I wouldn't call it relief, but at least like, okay, at least now I know. Like, I wouldn't really classify it as relief. I was not happy with the diagnosis, but it is what it is. I guess it's better than the alternatives that I had in my mind to some degree, but not really. So it is what it is. I was just trying to look on the bright side of it and figure out how I'm going to kind of conquer it moving forward. So it's just one of those things that it's a little frustrating for me, just because I have gone to the doctors over the years and been like, hey, my back hurts all the time. Like, I know I have this issue with my spine. I go to the chiropractor, I do the exercises, I avoid the foods. Like, what else can I do? And they're always like, nothing, deal with it. Like, they never even offer me like a muscle relaxer. I've never so I just, it's the frustration of like not being able to manage the pain and wanting to be active for me is hard. But I will figure it out. I will keep researching, and I will find my perfect cocktail, and I will get myself out of this whole situation to the best that I can. It'll never be zero. My pain level will never be zero, because it never has been. Like, I don't remember a time when it didn't hurt. I just get so used to it that I just kind of shove it off to the side. But when it spikes is when I'm like, oh, hey, I can't ignore it. So it's at that point where I'm like, oh, I can't ignore it. Like right now, it's not heinous. Like, I got between the steroids and everything today, and the whoozy what's it, my lovely little, where is it? My lovely little shell, my turtle shell, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Anyway, my little turtle shell that I'm wearing, it's helping. So I'm probably at like I'm probably at like a 5.5, 6 right now. So not heinous. Like, it's come down a lot from the last 2 days for sure. Monday was terrible. Monday was like real bad. I had to sit with my legs up like this with ice packs on me and Lidoderm patches and Motrin, and it was bad. Monday was the worst day. So, it just coming out of it and figuring it out. But hopefully I'll hear back from the physical therapy and insurance and all of that and see. I have a feeling it's probably going to be one of those things that's not covered, but maybe I can, you know, go for 1 or 2 sessions and at least get like some tools that are helpful for my particular mess up. So, and I have gone to the chiropractor, guys. Like, I know a lot of you are gonna be like, oh, go do this, get an inversion table, do this. Yeah, I know, and I appreciate it. But I have to kind of do these things in stages and kind of figure it out a little bit because of the rest of my spinal issues that I know exist. And then this being new, I need to kind of gauge it all and figure it out. So, it's just, it's tricky. You know, I don't want to harm it more than help it. So I'm definitely hitting it with some holistic stuff like the collagen and the D3 and the anti-inflammatory foods and the foods that are good for that stuff, like, you know, your kales and your broccolis, which I eat a lot of anyway already, and your berries, that's another one that's good for helping this situation. So basically just got to stick to that stuff, which is fine. You know, I'm good with that. Those are all things I like. So just eat more of them. They're going to get mad at me because it means I'm not going to be cooking some of the stuff that they like as much. A lot of times I do make 2 dinners. I'll make one for me and one for them because they'll turn their nose up if I make too many, like they call it my vegan meals. If there's too many vegetables in one meal, it's suddenly vegan. So, and they don't like the fact that I don't like to eat dairy. And I've like kind of backslid on that lately just because of being here and everything being so dairy based. But now I'm going to be like, I can't. My back. I can't have the dairy. I can't do it. You know, maybe like once a week or something I can, not once a week, once a month or something I can, you know, have a cheat of some sugar or some, you know, whatever. But I'm going to have to be really stringent about it for a while until I can really, you know, assess everything. So, which I'm okay with. That's fine. So, and then, so we got to actually have our live with you guys tonight. So I was going to wait and post this tomorrow, but I'm just going to go ahead and post it today. It's late in the day when I'm filming this, but that's life. Yeah, that's life. It just took me a while to get my thoughts collected and get out here to film, but, and then I soaked an Epsom salt bath for like a long time. And that helped too. But anyway, that being said, we are getting a special delivery tonight too, which I'm not going to spoil for you yet because tomorrow I'm actually going for a massage that I actually booked before we went to Arkansas, but they were so busy they didn't have time for me until tomorrow. So I will be getting a massage tomorrow, which will help some things, which is good. I may try to swing by the chiropractor before I head that direction just to see if he can maybe, I don't know if he can with this. I didn't ask that question from the doctor, so I don't know. And I've never had that issue come up with the chiropractor. I think they still can. I know they work on all kinds of stuff, so he may just have to change the way he adjusts me or something. I don't know. Anywho, we are getting a special delivery tonight. Frankie knows about it, but it is a very cool thing. It will be in Friday's video. And I might talk about it a little bit more tomorrow after it's actually here tonight, because I am going to try to do another Sippin' and Spillin' tomorrow. I have been kind of spotty with them the last 2 weeks, really, because we were gone and then, you know, so I think I'm going to try to do one tomorrow as well. We'll see how it goes, see how what life throws at me tomorrow. But I will leave you with this, though, about it. It's very cool. It's very, very cool, and I do believe it gives her some street cred, or it will anyway, at some point. It will definitely, it's definitely going to give her some cool points, I think, in the long run, so we'll see. But anyway, guys, I hope we see you tonight in the live, 6 o'clock. We have our live tonight, and we hope to see you there, and, you know, we're just going to keep on trucking. That's what we do, right? We just keep on, we figure it out. We adapt and overcome. Just adapt and overcome. So that's what we're doing. So I hope to see you tonight. And as always, guys, stay blessed and safety's off.